of my 7th day on the Butterfield Overland Stagecoach Route greeted me with an astonishing sea of Ironwoods and Saguaros. I'd never seen a sight quite like this one. As I enjoyed my morning coffee, I was joined by a few friends in the air. Not all of them were birds. The Tiro Gliderport is located nearby, and a member of the Tucson Soaring Club was out enjoying the day a few hundred feet above me. As I read my map for the day, plotting my way to Picacho Peak, the name Sasco Ruins stood out to me. On any good adventure, when you come across ruins, you gotta explore them. So, I decided to start my day with an unexpected detour. The mountain roads I'd driven up last night were even better in the daytime, offering sweeping views of the Ironwood Forest, along with a rewarding descent. It's sites like this that really highlight the Bureau of Land Management areas. Simple, with no real guidelines, and raw natural beauty. The turnoff I took to Sasco Ruins was from the west, under a power line. I'm glad I came from the west, because I wasn't sure what to expect, and taking this approach really allowed me to come upon the ghost town suddenly as I crested the hill. On top of the hill was a lone grave, looking out over the ruins. I sat there and pondered a mysterious life lived, and paid my respects to Smokey, whoever he was. Perched from Smokey's resting place, the entire ghost town of Sasco can be seen. The Southern Arizona Smelter Company, Sasco for short, built what they thought would be the premier smelting town of the Southwest here in 1907. For less than 2 decades, the town wrestled with stiff competition down in Tombstone and a nasty bout with the Spanish flu, which decimated the town. Today, the town still has the intact ruins of the hotel, the Sasco jail, and a large smelter complex. It also seems to be a popular hangout for local graffiti artists, with the old railroad support blocks offering an outstanding canvas for detailed graffiti. The juxtaposition of the art amidst the ruins was a nice symbolic representation of time moving on. Picacho Peak, my next stop, tempted me on the horizon as I explored Sasco. I moved down to explore the town itself. It was pretty neat to wander the ruins, and I found my favorite graffiti in the entire site. Hi, Mom. As I walked through the foundation of the smelting complex, I encountered an interesting local man who rides his mountain bike here. We talked about a myriad of topics. He enlightened me on the history of the town. We swapped sea stories of our travels, and then we parted ways.
Would you collect off the furnaces? It must be over.
From here, I was off to Picacho Peak to do some hiking. From the base of Picacho Peak, I prepared the 2,000-foot elevation change that lay ahead. Picacho Peak was an important stop for me, as it was not only home to a station on the Butterfield, but it was also the site of the westernmost battle of the American Civil War, the Battle of Picacho Pass, in which a Union cavalry patrol from California conducting recon skirmished with the Confederate scouts from Texas. The Union commander, Lieutenant James Barrett, was under strict orders not to engage, but he decided to do so anyways. His insubordination cost him his life, and the the life of 2 of his men, in addition to the Confederates egressing back to Tucson and warding their main body of the Union advance. Lieutenant Barrett's body remains unmarked under those nearby railroad tracks out in the valley. Just past this site was also where Waterman Ormsby first encountered the Indians in his initial ride on the Butterfield Trail. I've shared his account here. A system of steel guide wires offers support as you climb. If it's a hot day, you might also want to bring a set of gloves. I finally reached the summit, took the views in, and I was joined by a little critter for a quick snack before heading back down. Caught this guy enjoying some rare shade. Both the climbs and the history of the region make this hike memorable. I understand why this is one of the most popular hikes in the region.
Wednesday. I'll call her and tell her to go out to the ranch.
Taking a cue from the graffiti and using the little cell service I had, I decided to call my mother and say hello. I then stopped here at the Pointed Mountain Station's location along the Santa Cruz River, but there was no trace, so I pushed onward to Saguaro National Park. Fortunately, I arrived to the park perfectly in time to enjoy that great desert sunset. I'd technically be laying my head at the Gilbert Ray Campground in Tucson Mountain Park, a small area surrounded by the larger Saguaro National Park. From there, I enjoyed another clear night sky and ate dinner before turning in for the evening. At this point, I was about halfway through my Arizona journey. Hope y'all have been enjoying as much as I have. Again, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. We'll see you guys next time.